Hey guys, HairTriggerClick here with my second video in my Killing Floor tutorial series. I wanted to try something a little bit more casual than the first tutorial that I did, so we're just going to go ahead and jump right in. Today we're going to be going over the different Zeds you'll see in-game. And so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump into West London here on hard. Just for fun, I think I'm going to go ahead and upload the video that I used to make this tutorial, so if you want to see the whole thing uncut, then go ahead and check my channel out. So as I'm sure you noticed in the beginning, I went ahead and picked the Sharpshooter class, which has a lot of headshot bonus damage. So the way that you see this class being played isn't necessarily how it's going to go for all the classes, and also picked a little bit of a lower difficulty. Whoa, 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 okay. Hold up. What is that thing right there? Well, ladies and gents, this Hollister-esque model and our first guest of the evening is the Clot, a common weak Pokemon of the bullet fodder type, loved by no one and hated by all. And generally speaking, you don't have to worry about Clots too much. They're slow, they're weak, and they're easy to take care of. They are, however, the only specimens in the game that have the ability to grab onto you and hold you in place. Berserkers are immune to this, but everyone else just has to be careful that they don't gather around you in large numbers. So now you probably find yourself asking, okay, what do I do? Well, it's simple. You do this. Yes, that's right, unconditional love for everybody. Oh, and look at this. It appears he brought a friend. The Bloat, which rhymes with goat. But he is not a goat, he is a bloat. And again, like the Clot, bloats are not that dangerous. They're definitely not the most dangerous enemy on the field, but you can get in a lot of trouble if you let them get close to you. Bloats are made of something called bloat bile, which is basically this crap that they'll projectile vomit on you, and it slowly degrades your health as well as impairs your vision and somewhat your movement speed. Berserkers actually develop a resistance to this as they level up, but I recommend trying to take the bloat on from afar. It's best to see if you can take their head off or kill them from a distance, that way nobody gets caught up in their slime. Yes, and here you will see two more fine specimens. We have Tweedle and Tweedle... stupid. Yeah, Tweedle stupid. Actually, the real name of this enemy is the Gorefast, which should tell you a little something about what makes them so dangerous. Yes, they're very, very quick, and they will absolutely not hesitate to gore you with that blade of an arm they have. Fortunately, a few well-placed shots to the head will usually dispatch them before they start to charge you. Just don't let them charge you. And next we actually have this object right here. Now I know what you're thinking, is that a glitch? No. Actually, it's a Stalker. Well, I mean, it's not that kind of Stalker. This one's a little bit easier on the eyes, but it is just as dangerous. So at a certain distance, Stalkers are invisible to everybody except Commandos, and Commandos can see them from farther off as they level up. Fortunately, they're not too tanky and they don't really do too much damage, they just kind of sneak up on you. So as long as you're being wary of your whereabouts, you'll be fine. Alright, so here what we have is something special indeed. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there you go. So what I have in my crosshairs here is actually a Siren. And Sirens, while not particularly tanky, can be quite a hazard to pretty much any class. Their screams can destroy grenades without doing any damage, and they pierce armor, which is kind of a big deal. So go ahead and check out my health. It's the 100 next to the medic sign in the lower left hand corner, and notice that my health goes down when the Siren screams at me, but my armor does not, which is the 100 that is just to the right of it. Honestly, I really hate spiders. These are crawlers, they're quick, they jump, and they don't really have a lot of health. If you have the hand cannon, which is the weapon I'm using, you can pretty much one-shot them in almost all the difficulties. They're really annoying to Berserkers because they can catch up and kind of jump on you. In fact, they're really annoying to everybody. You don't want them to get close to you because they can swarm around you, it just causes a lot of problems. Yeah, that right there, easily my least favorite enemy in the game. This is the Husk, and they are the only long-range specimen that you'll see in Killing Floor. If it is at all possible to try and take them out before they fire their missile, it's best to do that. It lights stuff on fire, it pushes you back, it gets in the way of your shots, it affects everybody on the team. Alright, so this is one of the more important specimens that you'll see in the game. This is the Scrake. And the big rule with the Scrake is do not enrage it. You want to leave it to either the Berserker or the Sharpshooter class. And what I mean by enrage is depending on the difficulty, Skrakes, after taking a certain amount of damage, will charge at you and do a very strong attack very quickly. Sharpshooters can kill them before they do any damage, Berserkers can lock them in place and take them out as well. And a big thing that I emphasize is when you see a Scrake, make sure you tell your team, either type it or say it in your voice chat, just let them know that it's there. Don't let it go ignored. Alright guys, this is it. This is the one that can wipe your entire team if you're not paying attention. The Flesh Pound is unique in that it'll enrage if it takes a relatively small amount of damage, it'll enrage if you stay in its line of sight for more than 4 or 5 seconds, and it'll enrage if it just doesn't get to hurt anybody quick. You want to make sure that you call out a Flesh Pound as soon as you see it. You need to make sure the team knows it's there. The Sharpshooter class and the Demolitions class are the ones best equipped to handle it. Just make sure you don't light it on fire if you're playing the Flame Bug class, and make sure you don't get in its way and start its enrage animation. Alright, so last but not least is the Patriarch, and I don't really want to spoil the fight for you. This is a fun one to explore with friends. I take him out here pretty easily just because I'm playing on a lower difficulty and I have a maxed out class. But all you really need to know about the Patriarch is that he's quick, he can cloak himself, he has both long range and short range attacks, which are equally as devastating, and you really need to work together with your team to get rid of him. He has the ability to heal himself during the fight, which will drive you crazy at first, and don't get discouraged if you don't kill him the first time. It took me forever to actually beat a game of Killing Floor, but it is so satisfying when you finally do. Alright guys, this wraps up my introduction to the Zeds. If you liked what you saw, hit that subscribe button on your way out. Once again, this is HairTriggerClick, and I hope to see you back.